Don't turn your back on this. You've got to be ready.
Who are you?
Let's just say I'm a friend.
Hello, fellow watchers. This installment will cover Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 1, Episode 12, Prophecy Girl. Joss Whedon takes a seat in the director's chair to coax a comprehensible conclusion out of this highly condensed episode. The episode starts with Xander talking to Willow, asking if he should officially ask Buffy out.
Would you, date me? Oh, that's good. Date me.
Willow allows him to keep practicing what to say because it's apparent that she likes hearing him say these things to her. Aww. Cordelia is making out with random hot guy in her car and she hears a noise. It's unlikely for her to hear Buffy falling on grass 20 meters away with the windows rolled up, but hey, it's cool and just go with it. Buffy is fighting a creature of the night. Been a while since we've seen her on a hunt. It's soon revealed that vampire activity has been on the rise in recent weeks, so she's been putting in overtime. Giles is studying the codex that Angel found for him in the library, but just after he says a juicy passage, there's an earthquake. Cut to the Master and he's praising the earthquake, signaling the final days.
What do you think? 5.1?
Buffy sees that Giles isn't his usual well-put-together self, telling him of her terrible upcoming fate.
I just can't really talk right now.
Fine. That's okay. I can't put it off any longer. I have to meet my terrible fate.
What?
Biology.
Giles starts to get agitated, but he's hiding something. Soon after, Xander asks Buffy to go on a date with him to the dance, and he does a really good job trying to ask her directly.
Oh, God. Buffy, I want you to go to the dance with me. You and me, on a date.
But she's all like,
Xander, you're one of my best friends. I don't want to spoil the friendship that we have.
yeah, it sucks being a guy that girls want to relate to, yet never have a romantic interest in. So I've heard. I'm not like I ever had that problem. Back to Giles and he's talking with Miss Calendar. Whoa, she's back. She can see that something is eating at Giles and she's also aware that something supernaturally significant is in motion. The internet's peoples are sending her news of unexplained odd events throughout the country.
Look, I'm scared, okay? Oh, plus, I've got this crazy mug emailing me from Cortona about some anointed one.
The anointed one? He's dead.
They keep sending out global mailings about a prophecy.
I need you to talk to him. Find out everything he knows.
Look, Rupert, you haven't told me jack, so what's with the order?
Just do it.
Giles admits that he finally realizes the anointed one was not bad actor vampire, but someone else. Cordelia is hanging out with her new meat slab, Kevin, and offering to show attention to Willow in public if she helps set up the sound system for the dance. But Willow is distracted and can see that Xander is in a very bad emotional place, so she goes to check on Xander. Xander mentions that he was turned down flat and they should both go together on a pity date to the dance. Willow has enough dignity to smack that offer down like he deserves.
Willow, come on.
You think I want to go to the dance with you and watch you wish you were at the dance with her?
Just gonna go home, lie down, and listen to country music. The music of pain.
Buffy walks into the library and she sees Angel talking with Giles. It's obvious they didn't want her to know about their secret meeting.
Time and time again, but this is the Codex. There is nothing in it that does not come to pass.
And you're reading it wrong.
I wish to God I were. But it's very plain. Tomorrow night, Buffy will face the Master, and she will die.
They fess up and tell Buffy that the prophecy is irrefutable. There's no ambiguity.
I remember the drill. One Slayer dies, next one's called.
Buffy has a reasonably understandable reaction and quits. She refuses to keep doing her duties, but for realsies this time.
Buffy, if the Master rises...
I don't care! Giles, I'm 16 years old. I don't want to die.
Willow tries calling Xander, and then he takes the phone off the hook while listening to country music. In the olden days, when a person moves that thingy away from the top of the phone thingy, it doesn't allow other calls to get through. Buffy is so shaken that she almost tells Buffy's mom what's going on.
Feel like telling me what's on your mind?
Mom, let's go away.
What?
Anywhere, just for a while, a weekend.
Honey,
No, it'll be great. You and me and mother-daughter.
Buffy's mom takes it as being nervous for the dance and shows her the dress that she got for the evening. That's so sweet. A white dress. What a kind thing to do for her daughter. Cordelia and Willow go looking for Kevin and they find him in the recreation room. Well, what's left of him and others.
obviously Kevin has underestimated the power of my icy stare.
Buffy meets Willow, who is absolutely devastated after seeing people she knew personally get killed in a place that she's so accustomed to visiting. This spurns Buffy to action. She'll face her fate. The Master is getting ready to escape his prison and prepares the Anointed for his task, which is to lead the Slayer to the Master, as prophesized. Cut back to the library and Giles has brought Miss Calendar up to date. Up to date for Miss Calendar. She knows about the prophecy, that Giles is a Watcher, and that Buffy is a Slayer. Giles discovers that the Anointed is actually a kid. Knowing that the fate of the world is at stake, Giles decides to take on the Master himself.
We need to warn her.
I don't intend involving her at all.
What do you mean?
Buffy's not going to face the Master. I am.
No, you're not.
Buffy walks into the library and is wearing Angel's jacket. That reminds me of something. I just can't place what.
I am strong, I am woman.
Buffy, I'm not going to send you out there to die. You were right. I've waited about in these old books for so long, I've forgotten what the real world is like. It's time I found out.
You're still not going up against the Master.
And he tries to reason with her by saying that he's older and an adult and he will go after the Master himself.
I've made up my mind.
So have I.
I made up mine first. I'm older and wiser than you, and just do what you're told for once. All right?
But Buffy disagrees, and Giles is knocked out again. She puts the necklace back on. Symbolism or something? Colin and Buffy walk together because the Anointed One's destiny is to lead the Slayer, the Chosen One, to her prophecy. Man, that's an easy job. What's the rate for that gig? Count me in. Xander goes to Angel's moping lair. I didn't know that he knew where the guy lived.
Buffy, she's gone to fight the Master.
He'll kill her.
Only we're not gonna let it happen.
Oh, what do you propose we do about it?
Look, I know you can find this Master guy.
But he wants to know for sure that Angel actually loves Buffy. Also, as we know, Xander will stop at nothing to make sure he does all he can to keep her safe.
The master will kill you before you can even breathe, if you're lucky.
How can I say this clearly? I don't like you.
He needs Angel to help find her, and he does some ballsy convincing to get some cooperation. Big surprise, but Miss Calendar realizes that a vampire feast will be at, you guessed it, the Bronze. Willow and Calendar run to the Bronze, but as they go out into the parking lot at the school, they are encircled by dozens of vampires in front of them. There's no way out.
Welcome.
Buffy confronts the Master and he slightly entrances her. The Master mentions that the prophecy is for her to die so he can be freed. He bites Buffy.
Oh, God. The power.
And she falls.
I like your dress.
To her death. The Master is free. The first thing he does is go to In-N-Out Burger. Wow, priorities. Angel and Xander arrive too late, but Xander is able to give Buffy CPR and she's revived. Ooh. Xander pulls through for his friend again. But Buffy now feels different. Something has changed. She feels more powerful than before.
No, I feel strong.
Cordelia sees Willow and Miss Calendar are in trouble.
Get in!
She takes action and saves them before they meet their untimely demises.
Gotta get to the library.
Library, great.
Now that the Master is freed, the Hellmouth is cracking open, right in the library. Cordelia drives into school. Literally. They head to the library, but all hell is breaking loose. Literally. A testicle monster.
He's what?
Testicles.
Tentacles.
Tentacle. A tentacle monster is breaking free. The breached tentacle monster is attacking the gang and Buffy heads to the roof, energized.
You were destined to die. It was written.
The Master attempts to entrance Buffy again, but she ain't having none of that.
Did you really think you could best me here when you couldn't below?
You have fruit punch, man.
What?
And they fight. Spoiler alert, Buffy wins. During the fight with Buffy and the Master, Cordelia is fighting with Xander, Willow, Giles, Miss Calendar, and Angel against the Kraken-like creature.
Release the Kraken!
Bravely fighting back hordes of vampires eager to feast on fresh blood. But after the Master dies, so too does the tentacled creature get thrown back into the closed Hellmouth. For now.
What about him?
He's not going anywhere.
All that's missing is an explosion. The end. Well, I have to say that this episode was lean, mean, and totally clean from any time padding or filler. Every single scene was relevant, propelled the story forward, revealed additional details or questions about the main characters, and also managed to definitively conclude the season arc. And I totally love that little detail with the necklace. Very clever use of a leitmotif, which is a musical cue or song associated with a character, object, or concept within the story. The easiest examples of this are classic John Williams scores, such as the Jaws theme, or themes associated with characters and ideas in the Star Wars movies. But other times it can be more subtle, like Michael Kamen's score in Die Hard, when the team first sees the locked safe that they're going to try and open. A single cello quietly plays Ode to Joy. The source of their happiness is within that safe. And when the safe is opened, full-blown audacious rendition.
Merry Christmas.
So, calling back to the moment in episode 1, Welcome to the Hellmouth, when Angel throws the box with the necklace to Buffy, that musical cue is repeated here in this episode when she throws it down on the floor. But it's recited in a slightly different key, finishing with a discordant note referencing the fractured state of her emotional condition. That's quite subtle, and I like it. I'm a sucker for solid planning when it comes to TV shows and movies. Making references that help to reinforce themes and ideas can provide several layers of complexity in a short amount of time. When done well, it's also more impactful. Much like the term, a picture is worth 1,000 words, so can throwing a necklace on the ground with a music cue explain everything with no words. These last 2 episodes felt like the cast are more comfortable with their roles. Most certainly, the cinematography is improved, but they had the same guy for the whole season. And also, the writing is more taut, methodical, succinct, and measured for these last 2 installments. Of course, this series has plenty of budgetary constraints, but they did very well with what little they had. There are some pretty lofty ideas for a low-budget series like Buffy, so I give them credit for tackling such ambitious imagination, and not completely failing at it. These last 2 episodes kicked the show up a few notches, and went out with a bang. But can this series maintain that momentum? Will they be able to keep whittling away at the knobby burrs and hone this series to a finer edge? Once again, kudos to the creatives to be able to finish this season with a satisfactory conclusion, while also leaving plenty of questions to investigate for future seasons. Such as, will Xander recover from Buffy's romantic rebuffment? Willow and Xander, will that become a thing? What exactly is the deal with Angel not wanting to hang out with Buffy? Will Giles and Angel confess their love for one another in season 2? Is the anointed, Colin, going to get acting lessons? Will Cordelia have a bigger part to play with the Scooby Gang? Are Buffy's newly awakened powers temporary, or has it turned into something else? Is she a variant of a Slayer that is even more rare than regular Slayers? Like Jean Grey to Phoenix? Will Miss Calendar return, and if so, will her techno-pagan skills help the gang keep Sunnydale safe from future freak attacks? Is she a freak? Will Giles and Miss Calendar get their freak on? So many questions left unanswered. Maybe we can investigate further, together. Thank you for watching, fellow watchers.